Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Dealer, and this is Middara. Let's start the next round. As always, I apologize for any rules mistakes or having to go back and forth because I'm controlling 4 characters and they all have rare gear. So, well, not all of them have rare gear, but uncommon and up, which is complicated enough. Anyway, it goes Zeke first. Zeke is going to get 4 stamina. And we'll go ahead and give Courage to Rook. Which is actually not too bad with a Saber, because it essentially increases the attack. Oh, actually, I don't have line of sight. No, I don't. I don't have line of sight with him, and I don't plan on having line of sight with him, so that's fine. So never mind. We'll spend a stamina to move. Let's go 1-2. Or 1-2-3 rather. And I'm going to go ahead and work on getting rid of this poppet for everyone. 7 plus 2 is 9. It's a fail. I'll go ahead and attempt it again. Alright, 14 plus 2 is 16. Definitely gets rid of it. Okay, that's it for Zeke. Goes to Rook next. Rook will get 4 stamina and spend 1 to move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's about it. I don't want him leading the charge. It goes to Nightingale next. Nightingale will get healed for 2. She's going to go ahead and do Like the Shadows first. And move to here. Then she's going to spin. She'll spend 1 stamina to loot the red token. You search the bodies of in the pit. Make an agility check and gain 10 times the resultant gold. Before rolling, you may spend stamina to increase or decrease this check by 1 for each point spent. After making the check and gaining the gold, if your result was more than 10, read the hidden text for special encounter rule Icky. I'm not going to spend any extra stamina. I was never planning to. I mean, I kind of remember what this one particular token does. I didn't remember what the reward was, but everything else is definitely there. I'm going to use an intervention token to reroll that. There we go. So that's 12, and it's an agility check, so that's 17 in total, so 170 gold. So that'll put us at 199. Or 1099. Or wait, no, 1199. Because, yeah, 170. There we go. Now we get to read Icky. You come through the gore in your search for gold a bit too long. You shove a corpse aside and realize with horror that it was blocking an opening in the pit wall. It spews a thick ooze that mixes with the viscera in a sickening slurry. Place muck terrain tokens in all spaces at elevation 2 on tile UM52. Merkhounds also swim out of the opening. Spawn 3 Merkhounds adjacent to the adventure that activated the special encounter rule. When placing these Merkhounds, place them so that they are in muck terrain if possible. Alright. So the weird thing about this is it says put on all spaces at elevation 2. Elevation 2 it's not in the pit. Is the weird part. It's outside the pit. So we need a bunch of muck tokens. That should be enough. But yeah, it clearly says elevation 2. The pit in here is elevation 1. So you don't put them inside the pit. Now the good news is the elevation difference is only 1. So even though these things are going to be spawning in a higher elevation, I'll still be able to deal with them. Even with a melee weapon, I still would have been able to deal with them. So there you go. Block, 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 block. Okay, that takes care of them. Put them back. Get some Murky Murkhounds up on this. So the danger is not necessarily the Murky Murkhounds themselves, it's all the spirits that are going to spawn after I kill them. That's actually when I lost my ace. She slaughtered all the Murky Murkhounds and then got slaughtered by the spirits that spawned. Because it was pretty much the same thing that kind of happened with Shayla's, which is I tried to get rid of the spirits with what remaining actions I had left. And it, unfortunately, I kept proccing it incorporeal, putting me in a bit of a jam. Alright, so here we are. Okay, it's still Nightingale's turn. I'm going to go ahead and get going. I'm going to do Precise Strike first, shooting at red. Actually, I will shoot at orange first. I'm not moving. I technically have not taken a move action, so I do get +1 to this shot. Alright, so that's 16, 17. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14. So 14 damage to that one. And I said orange, so 14. Then I'm going to go ahead and, since it's within the threshold of 5 remaining HP, I'll go ahead and do the Subjugator and shoot again. I definitely hit. That was way overkill. Let's roll to see if we get a spirit. We do not. So that's 1 down. We'll get some loot. We get 7 gold. Putting us at 1206. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and quick blow off the Subjugator shot. Sorry, I should have said who I was targeting. Purple. 16, 17. So 17. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 again. 6, 7, 10, 14. This is my 3rd attack because Subjugator did do an attack. So Brutal Slaughter will make it 20 damage in total, which will kill it. Let's roll to see if we get a spirit. We do. We get 1 spirit. Okay. We'll go ahead and get our loot. 12 gold. So that puts us at 1218. I have enough to buy like 6 items. Alright, just cleaning the board, because obviously we're not done yet. I will go ahead and spend 2 stamina. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so before I was definitely in range. Alright, so I'm going to spend 2 stamina to go ahead and shoot at the remaining Murkhound, because I want to get rid of it. Okay, so that's 14, 15. They'll do 1 damage base. 2, 3, 6, 10 damage in total. Then I will quick blow off of that. Targeting the same thing. Alright, that's more than enough to kill. I'll finish it off. Roll to see if I spawn a spirit. I do. So we'll get our 2nd spirit. And we get 7 gold from it. So 12, 25. Alright, that puts us at here. So that was my quick blow. I'll Doom Break at this point. Okay, get 1 stamina. Then I will go ahead and do the Infection to take 1 damage and reduce the cost of my attack by 1, so it'll only cost 1 stamina. and I'm going to target the red spirit. Alright, that's going to be 17, which is definitely a hit. Let's see if that actually matters. Nope, it's going to do 2 whole magic. What an awful roll. Alright. Then I'm going to go ahead and use God Machine to fly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I'll fly to here. There we go. It's 3 movement with light, by the way. So there you go. Alright, we'll start with red first. So red spirit is going to cast a spell with an... I should have gotten rid of... Instead of healing, I should have gotten rid of Wilt on Shayless there, but that's okay. Cast a spell 6, prioritizing an opponent without Wilt. So it's going to anyone within SOI. So it'll go after Zeke first because he's highest on initiative. So red. Alright, 5 plus 6 is 11. No surprise there. So you're going to take 3 damage and get wilted. Oh. Alright, and then it's going to move to... it'll move towards the highest, the furthest target away. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shoot with Nightingale first with a break attack. Actually, I can't do it because the spirit's in the way, so never mind. But Zeke can do a break attack, so I'll do one with him. Alright, 6 is... that's 12 in total, which is a miss. I'll go ahead and re-roll the attack. Or not re-roll, but make another attack. Misses. I, of course, lose courage already. And then I will attack one more time. And misses. Alright, so much for that break attack. Shayless will make her break attack next. Just a +2. Definitely a hit. Definitely dead. Alright, so that takes care of that spirit. Alright, then it's going to go purple. Purple is going to... It will make an attack against the opponent with the best casting upgrade. It's a tie between Nightingale and Zeke, so Zeke is going to be targeted. He'll use his Ethereum Coat to dodge. So he gets 3 plus 1, so 4, so 16 defense right now. Holy cow, look at that roll. Alright, so yeah, this is pretty much what happened to my ace. Just a bunch of these 19s and 20s. So 19 versus 16, so it'll be 3 damage base. Every book is +1 magic, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for magic. And then roll his casting die. Okay, so 10 damage in total. And he's wilted, so he takes another 2. That was really painful. Alright, goes 2. And then... Oh, that's it. It just makes an attack and then gives up. I thought it would continue down. That was probably my mistake in the past. Alright, well, that's it for... Yeah, that's it for spirits. Merkhounds are dead. Goes to Shayless. Shayless, go ahead and get rid of your wilt while you're in range. Get some stamina, and then we'll spend 1 to move. Or sorry, spend 2 to move because you're in muck. 1, 2. Go ahead and attack the enslaved spirit. I'm always a little confused about diagonals in this, but I think it's a valid attack. Actually, there's an easy way to fix this. Fist of Polaris. And then I can just warp to here. And make a swing anyway. Alright, well, 12, 14 definitely hits. It's not going to do much, but it'll hit. Alright, well, 14 it's going to be 1 damage base, 2, 3 from swords, and then goes up to 8 from the burst. And then I'll quick blow off of that. That's 13 exactly, so it does hit. Roll for spirit again. Okay. So I did 8 earlier. This is going to do at least 7, which will finish it off. Alright, so that's Spirit's dealt with. Again. Alright, end of round, so go ahead and shuffle initiative again. Alright, Shayless is going to get a bunch of stamina. She'll spend 1 to move. Unfortunately, we're running out of things, so I'm gonna have to press onward to ensure we don't get urgency. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll spend an extra stamina to go there. So 7. And what's the white totem got for us? A group of monsters appear. Spawn the following. For each normal terrain space adjacent to this totem, spawn a Fragor. For each adjacent dangerous terrain space, spawn an enslaved spirit. If this totem is activated from more than 5 spaces away, spawn a living oblation on the west side of Tal UM 58. The encounter esper is a celestial Gygas. So, no fooling. When I did place a white totem, I placed it here the first time as well, and it was the right choice. Anywhere else would have been really, really bad. Either you would have Fragors and Ablation, or if you put it like up here for whatever reason, like here or something, and you triggered it while over here or something, you could get everything. You could get Spirits, Fragors, everything. So, but no dangerous terrain spaces around this totem, only normal terrain spaces, which there's enough to get 3 Fragors. Not much you can do about that. Yeah, not much you can do about that. And then spawn a living oblation on the west side, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, so it's just going to be Fragors, which is fine, because I can go back around the corner. I may get exploded rated a few times, though. That is the wrong Fragor. That's baby Fragor. We want big boy Fragor. There we go, vibrant Fragor. Okay. Also, something to note here, of course, is the totem here, and then the totem here. So it looks like we're okay. Yeah, blocked by the wall. Okay, so we're good to go on that front. Get some vibrant Fragors up and running. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use my 1 stamina. How do we do this? Is there a way for me? I have a phase token. Like, I can use a phase token to get through this if I really need to, but that's about it. Yeah, the positioning is just bad. I'm going to use the last point of movement to move back here, which will provoke an attack from that Fragor. I'll dodge using Ninjutsu. Alright, that puts me at 17 defense. Yeah, 17 defense. Let's go ahead and have it attack me. It did 17 exactly, so it's going to hit for 4 damage, or 5 damage from symbols. I do have 1 armor and I reduce damage by 2. Sorry, I have 2 armor and I reduce damage by 2 for melee strikes. So I actually only take 1 damage there. So could have been worse. I've used 8 movements so far. I'm actually going to keep moving. And go 1, 2. 3, 4. And then 5, 6. Get as far away as possible. Because unfortunately the Fragor here could potentially shoot me and put bulbs out. And I will happily fight all the soul butchers in the world if it means I don't have to deal with the bulb. Alright, speaking of, goes to Fragors. This Fragor's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, purple will go next. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3. And that is it for that. Yeah, and I didn't have line of sight for the break attack, even if I could Overwatch. Alright, goes to Zeke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have Zeke heal for 2. I know he's still wilted, but that's okay. He'll get his stamina. I'm gonna go ahead and give intervention to Nightingale, and I'll go ahead and he'll give himself courage again, and then he'll spend his stamina to move. Actually, before he moves, he'll spend his stamina to activate possession, and have Nightingale shoot purple. +1 to the attack because not moving. So that's 13, 14, which is definitely a hit. And yeah, I'll just leave it. And I'll also, you know what? I'll have her use an intervention token that she just got and reroll. That is even worse. I'll use the quit. Actually, that's I have Kill the Messenger, so I'll use Kill the Messenger to change that to a 10. So that's 17 now. So 17 versus 14, or sorry, 13. I'm going to go ahead and activate Masterwork. So that's going to bring it up to 18. So 18 versus, make sure I have line of sight. Yes, I do. So 18. So it's going to be 5 damage base, 6, 7 from the Morbid Leather, 8, 9, 12. I'll do 20 damage, which is more than enough to kill it. We do need to roll for Spirit. No Spirit, because no books. Alright, so 1 Fragor down. Alright, then I'll spend a stamina to move. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 4, 5 to there. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and have him attack first. 13 exactly, which is exactly a hit. So it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. It'll do 9 damage in total to it. And he'll go ahead and exhaust one of the hatchets to heal for 1. Then I'm going to throw that same hatchet for a red die of damage. It's going to do 5 damage. Nightingale doesn't have line of sight, so not able to finish it off. We'll just throw the second hatchet, which no matter what I get, it's going to kill it. So that will kill that Fragor. Roll for Spirit. Alright, we definitely spawn a Spirit. So yeah, the little creatures is like, it's actually kind of a neat mechanic because, you know, at this point, even though Fragor's bulbs are dangerous, and Murkhound's extra damage from Merc Bond can be dangerous, and you know, cave sickles have their hive mind, but you know, for the most part, we just slaughter them now. But slaughtering has the potential of adding more enemies, and it's just kind of a neat little mechanic. So that is it for Zeke, I believe. Yep, it's going to be it for Zeke unless I want to spawn summon, but I'm not going to. Also, I think I had Barrier up. I should have probably taken 1 less damage from the hit I took, but that's fine. I'm not going to check it again. Oops, sorry. Spirit should be after Zeke. Alright, so goes to Spirit. It is adjacent to somebody, so it's going to attack Zeke. Zeke is going to dodge using the Ethereum Coat. I'm going to re-roll it using Zeke's Nimble Fighter. Okay, so that's 5, so 17 defense. Okay, misses. I do get a free counter, so I'll take it. Alright, so that's 17 in total. Let's roll to see if it... Okay, does not incorporeal doesn't proc. So 13 versus 17, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15. So I actually kill it. Good for him. Zeke doesn't get kills that often. Well, he does, but it's like the wombo combo instant kill. Alright, so that's it for spirits. Goes to Rook. Rook will spend a stamina to move. That's right, he'll spend 2 stamina to move. Actually, yeah, come to think of it, Zeke should have spent an extra stamina for that move he did. And he should have moved before doing all that extra stuff, because of muck and all that. Sorry about that. Anyway, spend 2 stamina to move. That could have been a problem, too. Just in case, I'm going to go ahead and do Doom Break with Shayless, because I don't remember if I included muck with her movement. And then I'll use Intervention. Alright, and then I'll just say I spent that extra stamina. Alright, so yeah, I just spent my 2 stamina, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's where I'm going. So that's going to cost him another stamina. I'm going to go ahead and reapply Intervention for... I'll reapply it for Nightingale first. Then I'm going to spend... I'll hold on to my stamina, actually. So it's going to go to Nightingale. Nightingale will get 4 stamina. She is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She'll heal for 2. Yeah, so all this movement's mainly to make sure I'm within 6 of the font, even through walls. It helps out quite a bit. Let's not spend stamina. Let's activate Like the Shadows. 1, 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate God Machine to go to there. And then I'm going to shoot what's in front of me. I'll spend 2 stamina to shoot. 12, 13, because I haven't moved, so it does hit. It's not going to do much, though. 1, 2 from books, and then it'll go up to 6 because of the burst. So 6 damage in total. I'll quick blow off of it. That will finish it off. Yeah, it will finish it off. Alright, roll for spirit. Alright, we spawn a spirit. We do finish off the swarm, so we do get loot. We get unique loot. And we get the bow. So like I said, the bow has better dice, but I actually don't care much for a lot of the abilities on it. So with that being said, I'm just going to put it in the stash because I don't have room for it anyway. Like I said, I like the Subjugator's ability. It's so much better. Anyway, Spirit, where are you? There you are. Spawn you there. I'm going to do a Precise Strike next. Targeting the Spirit now. Alright, definitely hit. Okay, so it does proc. So I'm only going to do Irreducible and Magic. I did hit by tons, so I do get the 5 Irreducible. And then I'm going to do 9 damage through books, because that's magic. So it's a total of 9 damage to it, which puts it in the threshold. So I'll go ahead and activate the Subjugator. And fire again. And hit it, and that will instantly kill it. There we go. Didn't even need to put an initiative on there. Alright. So that's all been taken care of. That is end of round, so we'll go straight into the next round. Alright, Zeke goes first. Zeke is going to heal for 2. Get some stamina. And we'll reapply Intervention to Shayless. And he's going to hang out for a bit. He's a bit tuckered out. I mean, it's either that or I can... How far could I move? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can get to there. I could try it. Yeah, why not? Let's see what let's see what's waiting for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll give me line of sight of that totem, but not the other one. Okay. So green. You can probably guess what green is. Alright, more of the strange constructs stand in your way. Spawn 2 gatekeepers on any unoccupied normal terrain space adjacent to the space this totem occupied. Then, if there are no poppets on the board, spawn 6 poppets on 6 unoccupied normal terrain spaces nearest the gatekeepers. If you cannot spawn a gatekeeper for any reason, spawn a soul butcher. I would be impressed if you were able to get to this part without killing any of the gatekeepers. Alright, spawn 2 gatekeepers. For some reason I thought it was going to be an ablation, but it is not an ablation. So we're going to put one in the back, and one to the front, and then we'll spawn a bunch of poppets. As long as they're nearest to Gatekeeper. There we go. Alright, so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's all for that first move. Spend a stamina. 8, 9. $10, 11. Okay, so no line of sight of the yellow totem. That's fine. Definitely in range of the gatekeeper here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so just out of range of the other one, which is fine. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do Exalted Summoning. Menace the Contractor on the purple Gatekeeper. So it takes 15 damage, and it'll get condemned. Okay. Goes Gatekeeper, so red one's going to go first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this thing's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that puts it in range of Zeke, so it's going to go ahead and cast a spell on him. Well, that's 15. Good luck, Zeke. Nope. Alright, so it's going to take a Gray of Magic. Alright, 5 Magic. It's not an attack, so Wilt won't proc from that. The second one's going to go. It's at the start of the Gatekeeper's turn, so we do trigger the poppets. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then it's going to roll for Condemn. Oh, I don't even need to use Fortune Summoning. It will just die. So it dies. It will still possibly spawn a Spirit. It does. Alright, so that's going to add these after the Gatekeepers. We'll get our loot from the Gatekeeper. Get 8 gold. Putting us at 1, 2, 3, 3. Alright, then it goes Enslave Spirit. Enslaved Spirit has no one adjacent and no one with an SOI, so it's going to go straight for him. So 1, 2, actually it has flight, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zeke's going to dodge using Ethereum Coat. He's going to reroll using Nimble Fighter. Well, nice knowing you, Zeke. Alright, so that's 13 in total, and my total is 2 plus 12, so 14. Barely misses. I do get to counter. I miss. I'm going to go ahead and I lose courage. Excuse me. But I'll go ahead and attack again using the exhaust ability here. 13 does hit. We'll see if we actually do damage. We do. It's going to do 1, 2. It'll do 5 damage, and I'll heal for 1. So 5 damage to that Enslaved Spirit. Okay, and then that is it for Enslaved Spirits. Goes to Nightingale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. So Nightingale is going to get a bunch of stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She does get healed for 2. Now the question is can I get anywhere within 5 spaces? 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're going to have to just move. Yeah, we'll just move. Alright, so I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then I will use Like the Shadows to move 2 more spaces. Still out of sight of the totem, for what it's worth. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can deal with the Gatekeeper first. So let's spend 2 stamina to shoot. So shooting the Gatekeeper, no modifiers. 15, so it does hit. It will be 2 damage base if I let it go as is. So 2 damage, 3, 4, 7, 11, 15. It'll do 8 damage from the resistance. And then I'll quick blow off of it. Alright, that is 20. So that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 19, 23, 27, 31. 31 would be a lot. I'm going to go ahead and masterwork it to make it 32. And then I will use black arrows to ignore resistances, and that will kill off that Gatekeeper. Roll for Spirit. No Spirit. Alright, 14 gold. 1, 2, 4, 7. The only card that's left in there, by the way, is the item card, which looking like we're not getting it. I hope we get it, because that would save us a ton of cash. So that's it for Gatekeepers. And then I've done my quick blow. I'm going to go ahead and do my precise strike next. And shoot the Spirit. So that's 13. So it would hit exactly. Yeah, I'll just let it hit exactly. And alright, so it's only going to take magic. So I'll take 2 magic. Putting it at 7, which is the threshold. It has 5 health left, so I'll go ahead and activate the Subjugator. And I hit and instant kill it. There you go. Spirits are down. Got a shit ton of poppets to deal with, though. Alright, goes to Shayless's turn. We still have loot back where we started that we need to deal with. She is out of range of the font, unfortunately, so we'll have to move to deal with that. So spend 1 stamina to move. Yeah. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then spend stamina to loot this thing. And what are we gonna get? Make a perception 10 check. If you pass, you notice something rigged to the box. You disarm the trap and open the chest. Gain a random relic. If you fail, you trigger an elaborate pulley system. The chest bursts into flames and you're dealt green irreducible damage. What is Shayla's perception? 2. Alright, well, have fun. So, 2 purples. Alright, I'm going to use intervention to reroll those dice. Alright, I'm going to use a bottle of blessing to reroll. Alright, so that's 10, 12 in total. I think it's worth the item. To get a random rare relic. So that puts us at this, which gets us the Parasol. Awesome. So the Parasol, the Salvation Umbrella. Passive. During the prepare phase of each encounter, pick an effect and place its a token on this effect. You gain immunity to that effect. So essentially it gives you the equivalent of salvation. Yeah, it gives you essentially a salvation. And on top of that, it has a flip effect where you heal to your maximum HP. And you still get the passive effect on the flip side. Alright, so thankfully since I use that item, I do have space for this item. So I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, so definitely worthwhile. I can use that to become immune to darkness for some, if we ever have to go through night fighting again, or, you know, become immune to condemn or paralysis. So lots of good things. In any case, that is it for that. Goes to Rook. Go to max stamina. We'll go ahead and give intervention token to Shayla's there. And spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. There's not really much he can do. If I go to try to deal with the poppets, I'm going to trigger the. I'll end up triggering the totem. Actually, I can go to 1 spot. So, you know what? 2 more spaces. 2 more spaces. And then I'll try to get rid of that poppet. Okay, definitely gets rid of the poppet. Alright, and then that's end of round. Alright, goes to Zeke. Zeke, you are out of range to actually get healed, so let's go fix that, shall we? 5 stamina, spend 1 to give himself intervention. And then spend the rest to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Goes to Rook. Rook is going to just fall back for now. Okay, goes to Shayla's. Fortunately, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm out of range of the font as well. Spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to there. Okay, then it goes to Nightingale. Nightingale is in range, so she's going to heal for 2. Get all of her stuff. Go to max stamina. We're going to go ahead and do the infection. Actually, no, we're not going to do the infection. We're going to like this. Yeah, we'll do. We're going to do God Machine. and go to here, which is definitely going to proc the yellow totem. Yellow totem. A soul butcher waits behind a rock, watching you approach. Spawn a soul butcher on the space this totem occupied. How big is that rock? Alright. It says, yeah, the space that it occupied. Okay. So there you go. Okay. Still her turn. So I'm going to go ahead and go to town. I haven't moved yet, so time to start shooting. I'm going to do precise strike first. So +1 to the attack. 13, 14, it does hit. It's going to do kind of bare minimum damage though. So 1, 2, 5, it'll do 9 damage. Okay, I'm going to use the infection to take 1 damage to pay for the quick blow. Alright, 14, 15, so 1. 2, 3 from books. 6 from shields, and then 10 for the burst. So, there you go. Then I'm going to spend 2 stamina to attack again, normally. Oh, there you go, 21. So 21 is going to be 7, 8, 9 from morbid leather, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 19, 23, 27, 31, 37. So 37 damage. So 37 damage would put that at 56. Okay. Then I will spend 2 more I'm going to quick blow off of that. Or no, sorry, not quick blow. Let's see, precise strike, quick blow okay, so I can quick blow off of this one. Sorry, this is a normal attack. So quick blow, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3. It'll do 10 damage. Okay. Then I will spend 2 stamina to shoot 1 more time. I will re-roll the 5. I will use Masterwork to make that total of up to 14. So it was 12 plus 1 for Masterwork is 13, and plus 1 because I haven't used a move action. So 14 does hit. It'll do 7 damage. Alright, and then I will go ahead and Doom Break. Get 1 stamina back. And I'm going to quick blow. So I can do this at any time. So I'm going to quick blow off of that last attack. And I'm going to use Kill the Messenger. So 17, I'm going to do at least 7 damage. So that's going to kill it. And then we roll for Spirit. No Spirit. Okay. And that is it. We got rid of the Soul Butcher right off the bat. Alright. I'm going to do that. And we draw 4 items. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, no item card. So 10, 20, 29, 43 gold. Which will put us at 1290. Alright, and that is it. So I don't have to worry about the poppets, because they're not going to be doing anything as long as I don't move or provoke a break attack. Alright, so next round. Alright, Zeke is going to heal for 2. And then kindly get out of the way. Alright, and then Shayless will heal for 2. Spend 2 actually, she's good to go. Does anyone actually down items? Not really. Okay, I can live with that. Alright, yeah, so she'll just hang out. Actually, she'll start moving up and helping clear out stuff. So spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of the poppet underneath of Nightingale. Alright. Removes the poppet. Goes to Nightingale. She'll 1, 2, 3. She'll heal for 2, so she's back to full, which is nice. Only person that's really hurting right now is Zeke. All right, so I'll spend a stamina to try to get rid of the poppet in the top right. Fail. Try again. Failed. Try again. Succeed. Okay. And then she'll try to get rid of the one that's still adjacent to her. 8 plus 3 is 11, so it does succeed. Bye-bye, poppet. And she'll do like the shadows, just to move 2 spaces. Boop, boop. Actually, she'll go right there. Alright, and then it goes to Rook. Everyone has intervention, so we're kind of just hanging out for the moment. We do get 1 urgency. New round. Goes to Zeke. Zeke will heal for 2. Or sorry, it goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get rid of the poppet that's nearby. Got rid of it. And then she's just going to fly across to there. And then like the shadows there. There you go. Then it goes Shayless. Shayless will go here and to get rid of the last poppet. Okay, gets rid of it. Alright, no danger left. Now it goes to Zeke. I've already healed him. Now it goes to Rook, and then it goes to Urgency. New round. Zeke's going to heal for 2. New round. Okay, so Nightingale will just go to the exit at this point. Alright, each party member gains 1 experience point. Be nice to hit a story round soon, so we can actually spend this stuff. I don't know if I clicked that. Give me a second. Okay, I did not give it an experience point, so 7, 7, and then 48. Okay. So also, we do get items. So we're going to get, the way we're going to do this is Rook will grab 2 bottle blessings. Oops, sorry, cat's being a cat. Actually, we'll put 1 bottle blessing there, bottle blessing, and this there, and then this will go in the stash because there's no room for Zeke. So not a bad place to be. You can carry up to 5 consumables, so here's 5 consumables. Alright. Okay. Then it goes to check. Do the players have the Story Flare massacred? No. We go to 432, twice the souls. Okay, twice the souls up there. No restore, so we go to here. And as far as damage is concerned, yeah, he's just going to stay at 8. Okay. Sorry, my cat is saying hello. Hey, Annie. Bye, Annie. Alright, so let's clear the board. I'll deal with refreshing everything else in a bit. Twice the souls. Remy brought up the rear as they struggled through the Eyrie. The sound of something following them was a constant pressure in her mind, reminding her just how precarious their position was. There really were enough terrible things down there to threaten an entire city. In a way, it felt like they were penetrating a fortress of monsters, and it was only through luck and desperation that they'd survive as long as they had. Suddenly, the Shadow Lord was beside her. Its proximity alone made every ache and pain much harder to ignore. She could feel the power of its presence, even if it was only its image. I have information for you. Information? She asked nervously. Damocles slowed to walk beside her, watching the Shadow Lord intently. What kind of information? Are you going to tell us where our friend is? Yes. Wait, what? Wait, what? Damocles seemed confused. What made you change your mind? Remy asked. We already asked you once before, and you just said we'd get lost and die. Your friend is about to die, the Shadow Lord chuckled. It will take immediate intervention on your part to prevent it. What? Where is she? Zeke asked, pushing past Damocles to stand near the Shadow Lord. Take that passage, it said, indicating a nearby fork. Continue until you find the stairs, and follow them to the bottom. The hallway will lead directly to her. It vanished before anyone could respond. Shayless looked warily at Zeke. We shouldn't trust it. It could be leading us into a trap. Zeke didn't even turn around, marching right past her down the fork what the Shadow Lord had suggested. If it wanted us dead, there are easier ways. We have to try. Damocles followed Zeke. Shayless groaned. Patrick, will you at least back me up here? It's probably screwing with us, he admitted, but the area is large enough to wander around for years without finding anything. If we go knowing it could be a trap, at least we won't be taken by surprise. I'll never know how you all lasted this long, Shayla said with a sigh, chalking the wall before hurrying to catch up. 433 Lucid. Nightingale heard the scream of pain through the set of open doors. Without a doubt, something was wrong. She recognized the voice, and it wasn't Justice's. She reached out to stop Zeke, but he pulled out of her grip and shoved his way through the open door. She had no choice but to follow close behind, with her weapon at the ready. Beyond a spacious entryway was a huge room with walls of deeply worn stone and channels cut into the floor. The surfaces were stained brown with what looked like old blood. At the far end of the room, a desperate battle was taking place, but it was not the one they'd come for. Echo fought against a gigantic monstrosity. It looked a bit like a soul butcher, but larger, with white armor covering its grotesque body. It held a giant serrated saw and was swinging it wildly. Echo? This is bullshit. The Shadow Lord lied to us, Zeke shouted. Let's get out of here before that thing sees us. As he spoke, the butcher struck a resounding blow, very nearly ripping Echo's arm clean off, but she didn't fall to the ground and bleed to death. Echo's Esper appeared beside her, its strange limbs a blur as it stitched her back together. She screamed in agony as the needles flew in and out of her flesh. For once, even Echo had met her match. Nightingale turned to Zeke, desperate. We can't leave her. Look at her. No one deserves this. She does, Zeke hissed. She sent Justice here, and she killed Damocles' mom, and who knows how many more. Killing her is one thing, but this is torture. Nightingale squealed. That could be me. If the Maluma takes me over, I'll be just like her. Zeke shook his head. You're nothing like Echo. Echo made a few feeble dagger strikes at the white monster, but it easily knocked her aside, then turned his attention to the Esper. So you're not alone. I'll feast on exotic flesh tonight. The butcher struck out with another furious blow, but not at Echo. The saw tore through the Esper's cloak, allowing some of the buzzing energy within to escape. The Esper screamed with a sound like shearing metal. It dropped the hook it was holding, and threads still dangled from Echo's mangled body as the Esper folded in on itself and vanished. There, the butcher shouted. Let's see how long you last without interference. I'm sure I can finish my meal before it returns. Echo retreated with her eyes widening with horror. She desperately looked around the room, then suddenly fixated on Nightingale. Their eyes locked, and Nightingale saw a clarity that hadn't been there before. Please, don't leave me here. Nightingale moved forward. Echo's in trouble. If she's hurt while her Esper's gone, she could die. We have enough trouble with the smaller ones. Shayless grabbed Nightingale's arm. Well, actually, they're pretty easy, stopping her from advancing. I won't let you risk our lives for her. She'll get what she deserves. Let's go. Damocles put a hand on his weapon. Let's save her. Her death is mine, not the feast of a monster and a trap for damned souls. I deserve to be the one to take her life. Nightingale glanced between her friends, not believing what she was hearing. Rook? Remy? The butcher kicked Echo, sending her flailing through the air. She landed into it with a thump, coughing blood and clutching her stomach. Remy shook her head. I'm done trusting people who hurt my friends. Rook nodded. Your safety is my concern. Echo has already committed treason by trying to kill you. Nightingale shook her head. She deserves punishment, but this is wrong. That thing's going to tear her apart. Do the players have the story flag reluctant partnership? Yes. 431. It's not letting me. There we go. Sorry for any spoilers. You can always close your eyes. All right, Zephyr readied his weapon and glaring at the group. I won't let her die like this. All of you, only Nightingale has any honor. We don't have time for this, Zeke said. We're not here for Echo. Zephyr looked back to Ezra and Bria, who drew their weapons and nodded at him. Then he glanced between Shayla and Nightingale. Do what you will, but I won't abandon her, he muttered, turning away from them. Wait! Nightingale put a hand on Zephyr's shoulder and he hesitated. Princess, I will not be stopped. I'm going to help, Nightingale said. You fool, what are you doing? The butcher will kill all of you, the Maluma warned. You can't, Shayla said. Echo is our enemy. Nightingale scowled. I won't just watch another person get slaughtered. Standing beside Zephyr, she drew her weapon. Together, the pair ran forward straight into the fight. Zeke swore loudly before following everyone else to help Nightingale. So, pretty much based off decisions we made where we kept Zephyr with us and also didn't massacre something, we actually don't get a choice on whether or not we to help Echo or not. So it goes to 442, Daedalus, the processor. Okay. A massive creature stands over Echo's broken body. The armor makes it difficult to tell, but you think it's a soul butcher. It's a big one, too. If you mean to save Echo, you better hurry. It looks like she won't last much longer on her own. Alright. Daedalus. Hellforge Butcher. Hulking putrescence. Daedalus has hulking, colossal, relentless, unstoppable, and is immune to condemn. When an opponent ends their turn within Daedalus' SOI, they are dealt 2 magic damage. It's Oh, actually it has a force. I didn't realize that. If the opponent is adjacent, deal 4 damage instead. Force 13. I always thought it was unavoidable. That's how I played it the first time I fought him. I mean, it wasn't a big deal because I killed him really, really fast. But yeah. Essentially, his aura just does a bunch of magic damage, and Force 13 is still pretty hard to avoid unless you're stacking Conviction. Anyway, this thing has kind of similar functions to a standard Butcher. He'll pull people towards it, but he also will swing and knock people back based off the amount of damage they deal. And then it'll move towards the farthest opponent and then start making a bunch of attacks, essentially. It doesn't heal as quickly. Every 2 books only heals for 1 and not 5. Probably because the thing has 500 HP already. And Burst will actually make it inflict paralysis, but only at Force 11, which is not too bad. It's not a spellcaster, so it's no Mage Slayer. Alright. Besides that, let's go ahead and look into this. So win condition is defeat Daedalus. Lose condition is all adventurers are defeated or Echo is defeated. Alright. So, Lair of the Shadow Lord, of course, this is really only for people that die, because there's only 1 monster here. If we defeat Daedalus, we get to read whatever's there, which you can kind of already see it's probably an item. Injured Echo. Echo looks badly injured, barely able to crawl. She's considered an ally to the adventurers. The only action Echo may make is to move 1 space. She has the following stats: 14 defense, 3 armor, 2 green conviction. Keep track of damage she takes by placing damage tokens on her initiative card. If Echo takes 30 or more damage, or if she's defeated for any other reason, read the lose condition. An adjacent adventurer may make an encounter action to pick up Echo. When making this action, place Echo's figure on the adventurer's card, and if they fall, they drop her. Oh, actually, at the end of the adventurer's turn, they must drop her, and then places it in any adjacent space. And then it has something that happens if it ends its turn. The boss ends its turn with 200 or more damage. So I don't know what it does when it has 200 or more damage at the end of a turn. What I did was I timed it so that I can, with pagers, so I can essentially have 2 full turns to try to pump. I put them nearly borderline almost 200 damage, and then blitzed him over 2 rounds and pumped as much damage as I could into him. And that's kind of how I killed him. So, with all that being said, we need... is Echo in here somewhere? Echo. Yeah. So we use Echo's initiative card just to keep track of stuff. There's been some complaints about this particular encounter because of how things start. Obviously, this thing starts next to Echo right off the bat, and we start in the top left corner. And if you don't reach her in the first, if you don't find a way to draw fire from Daedalus, he'll do a number to you. Well, he'll do a number to Echo, and if he rolls high enough, he can definitely kill Echo in a single turn, which is what some people have run into. I avoided that by purposely running as fast as I could with like characters like Remy to fly over there, and then use like BAMP tokens to close the rest of the distance. Needless to say, it's a crazy fight. In any case, I'm just cleaning stuff up here before I get things set up here. So the thing I need to measure here is how to get to Daedalus. Easiest way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I go 10, BAMF token gets you 4 spaces. Another way we can do this. I think that's kind of gonna be my only option. So Shadeless, the other option is we go down this way, which would be much, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so Shadeless's best bet is going to go through the top. Zeke will need to join in as quickly as possible. Rook doesn't really need to do much. Is he immune to paralysis? He is not. Okay, we can work with something with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. If I put Rook up there, I can get to Daedalus and paralyze him before he can do anything. That'll buy me a turn. Okay. Alright, so I think that, and then I'll just have Shayless run down here to, or run around, whatever. Okay, so with all that, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm the Depressed Dealer. This was Middara on Tabletop Simulator. When we come back, we'll do this boss fight. See you guys next time.